What's up, guys? It's another episode of Off the Post. I'm your host, DJ. No Red Cat Fred Durst this time because what is that? It's always something that happens on this show, as you all are used to already. We're going to ignore that and continue on with my little intro as I do.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Anyway, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by, I don't know what that was. This is another episode off the post, but this week we're just doing a Sky Blue Spotlight. So we're going to focus on our team. We're going to do a preview of the game tonight, FC Kansas City versus the Western New York Flash, and we'll talk about other things. We might get a few rants at the end of the episode because, as I've learned, people have a lot of stuff to get off their chest, and this is a good time to do it on a Thursday evening, right? Right? As you look down there, you can see that we have some of our familiar panelists and two unknown people. Let's start with the two unknown women first. Emily, tell them who you are, what you like, and how you are a supporter of the whole league, as you keep telling me.
Okay, I forgot what you said at first, but I'm Emily, right?
That's right.
And, yeah, I was called on for the Sky Blue episode because I am, I say I'm a supporter of the league because I support a lot of teams, most of the teams. But I'll buy their jerseys, their scarves, and everything, but I'm in Jersey now, so I am a Cloud9 supporter, but Jen gets really mad at me because I cheer for other teams sometimes.
Can you name some of those teams you cheer for? Why don't we put your business out there real quick? What other teams did you cheer for?
Well, I've always said my number one team is Seattle. Then it's between either Houston or Sky Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Then FC Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty
Are you a
much.
Portland?
Oh, no, that's Chicago.
Are you a Portland?
No, I'm not a Portland fan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I really don't like the Portland Thorns at all. I'll be honest. I don't like the Portland Thorns.
Well,
that's me.
Moving on, we're going to Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Tell them who you are, what team you actually support, if you support all the league, if not.
I'm Jen with Cloud9, and I support Sky Blue and only Sky Blue. I support the league, obviously, but, you know, when other teams are playing.
Any favorite players?
Cameron, goalkeeper thing, but...
Very good. Thank you, Jen. We will hear more from you as the Sky Blue Spotlight continues. All right, let's go to Karen. What's up, Karen? How you been feeling lately? Anything new with you?
Since the last few days? Not really, no.
Same old life. That's understandable. I think we haven't seen Krista a lot lately. Let's see what Krista's up to. How you doing, Krista?
I'm good.
That's all we're going to get out of Krista as usual. Let's go to Rulia.
I'm good.
He's like messing for Rulia, how you been doing?
Yeah, been doing good.
Anything?
Just same shit, different day. Just that.
Wow. So that's the first cuss word you guys have heard tonight. Rulia started us off right. There we go.
The first cuss word I've ever heard from Rulia.
Broke the ice for us. All right, guys. Let's get into things. We're going to talk about FC Kansas City versus Western New York Flash. I'm going to start with one of the supporters first. We will start with you, Jen. After seeing FC Kansas City this year, what should we expect from them tonight?
I think they're going to come right out of the gate, put some pressure on early. I think last week was a little too close to comfort for them. So playing at home, I don't think they're going to back down, and they want to put New York on their heels early.
Sounds good. Emily, I'm guessing we're going to talk about another team you support. I forgot what that list. The Flash?
Yeah.
What should we expect from the
No,
Flash?
not the Flash.
Not the Flash.
Not
Okay.
the Flash.
gotta
Kansas City, great team. As you know, they're champions, and I think they're at the top of the table right now. As champions, I expect them to go out with full force and beat them just like Seattle did, 5-1 at least. Or 5-0 if they can. You know? They don't have the national team players, but they're still a great team without it, so I hope they can get a good game.
Very true. Karen, what do you think of tonight's game? What should we expect from both sides?
I think the last game, Western New York really surprised everybody, probably their own fans, and they came out pretty hard. But I don't think we're going to see FC Kansas City holding back like they did last time. They are definitely going to come out full force. So that'll be interesting to see how Western New York deals with that, or if Western New York crumbles.
Yeah, that's the one thing. It was last week we got to see them really sit back and just wait to attack on the counter. They have the speed to do it, so it was understandable. But even a team like, I guess I look at the Flash as not that strong a team, so I expected Kansas City to constantly attack them or something. But it was actually the Flash that were attacking FC Kansas City a lot in that first game. But like you said, at home it's going to be totally different. I'm going to see them flying down the wings and everything. I expect Timrek to have a little bit of better of a game. I expect Moros and Leanne Robson to get up the flanks a bit more. Rulio, what do you think we should look for in the game?
Yeah, like Karen said, that last game was a bit surprised. Didn't expect that from the Flash, but I don't think we'll see that again tonight. I expect some quality football from Kansas City and teamwork getting better. Krista,
what should we expect tonight?
Yeah, I kind of agree with everyone else. I think FCKC will be able to pull out the win. I did end up pulling up that Flash outshot 19-7 last game though, which is kind of crazy for the Flash at least. But yeah, I think Kansas City shouldn't have a problem with it, especially at home. So.
Yeah, I think we're going to see more of the same with a lot of players. Like we got to see flashes of it last week with Shea Groom. She's been to me so far a great rookie. She's going to be helping. She's going to be playing under Hagen, so she'll be helping in the attack, running forward, and getting the balls to Hagen. Hagen's been doing good so far. They just haven't been going in the back of the net for us, so that should happen. Liz Bogus has been amazing so far, and Buzz has been controlling the midfield pretty well. So we'll see a lot of the same, but I think more of it because they, just like I said, they held back a lot, as you guys were saying. So it should be a good game. I guess we'll start with predictions. Let's go with Karen. What are you predicting scoreboard?
Maybe something. I think it's going to be maybe something like 2-0 to Kansas, maybe 3-0, something like that. Maybe New York's going to get a goal in, so maybe like 3-1. I'll stick with that. 3-1, Kansas City.
Okay. Jennifer, score?
2-1 KC.
Emily?
3-0 Kansas City.
Krista?
I'm going to go 2-1 Kansas City as well.
And Aurelio?
I'd say 2-0 Kansas City.
I wrote down 2-0 Kansas City, and I'm predicting Hagen to score the first goal. She'll get one in the back of the net. So that's what we're looking for. But now we can move on to fun things. Yes, I'm wearing my sky blue shirt tonight. You can buy one of these at the NWSL store. I'm not getting paid for that promo, but you should thank me anyway. Moving forward, I'm going to do the history as I always do with every spotlight, and then I'll let the supporters talk about their supporter group and the history of that. So we are starting with Sky Blue FC. Sky Blue FC named Ian Sayers as its first manager on March 5th, 2008. However, it wasn't until September 9, 2008 that the New York/New Jersey outfit was officially unveiled under the name Sky Blue FC. Sky Blue FC kicked off its inaugural season in the WPS on April 5th, 2009, dropping a 2-0 decision to Los Angeles Soul. Rampollon led Sky Blue FC into 4th position to secure a final playoff spot for the 2009 playoffs. A 16th minute Heather O'Reilly strike earned Sky Blue FC the championship on August 22, 2009, beating the Soul in their own home field of the Home Depot Center in Carson, California. Sky Blue would lose players due to the league expansion in 2010 and failed to make the playoffs that year, finishing 5th in the league. In 2011, the present Sky Blue head coach, Jim Gabarra, would take over the team, and again they would fall short of the playoffs, finishing even with the Breakers for the final playoff spot. WPS would fold in 2012, and in November 2012, Sky Blue was mentioned as one of the 8 teams that would move to the NWSL. Now let's talk to the Cloud9 supporter groups. We will start with you, Jen. Tell us who you guys are, when you were created, and a little bit about yourselves.
We'll start with when we were created. This, I guess a couple years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, some guy named James started the name and the logo, and then basically disappeared. It was taken over then by Candace Young, who now works for the Thorns. A few people came out to the first game, the home opener, but again they disappeared. and Melissa Correa took that over, and she kind of kept it going throughout the whole season as a one-woman show. I met her in Philly last year at the CONCACAF finals. And offered to help, and we've been trying to build that ever since. This is our first year really as a proper group. We've been recognized by the team as the official supporters group, so that's a start. We're just trying to bring some sort of atmosphere to the games.
Sounds good. I've talked to Jen for a ton about the Sky Blue. I'm like, you guys should start singing and chanting and stuff. You guys can really get a nice little home field advantage. So
we're trying.
That's good.
We're
now,
trying.
Tell us what it's like, Emily, to be a what should I call you? A part-time supporter since you love so many clubs. I'm gonna mess with you the whole night with that.
Well, it's fun because we're like our own little group, and usually I remember the home opener. It was a lot of us, and we were like rallying up the whole crowd. So it was nice because we would chant, and then like some of the little kids over there would chant. It's really nice to cheer for Sky Blue jersey, we're starting to do chants. Like we were pissing off Fishlock last game, so there was that. What was it? I think it was Fish Out of Water, the chant.
I think our wheelhouse is just going to be heckling other players.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a nice atmosphere to be in. Really like it for now.
It sounds good to me or whatever. Fish out of water. Well, don't worry, Karen. You'll have your chance to rant about that later. About that penalty kick if you want to. But we're gonna go into the spotlight. I was like, she's just over there just gritting her. Well, let's jump into the spotlight, guys, and then we can have our fun at the end. All right, sounds good. Team's overall performance last year. Team finished 6th in the league. They were 2 points from actually taking that final playoff spot. The main issue I saw, it seemed like before we got the special magic with Nadia and Nadim, was that it looked like they had trouble scoring. They were 8th in the league in scoring goals, and they were, 30 goals they had all season, but they had the second best away record. So something wasn't happening at home, but now you guys are there really to help them at home. Hopefully that changes. Start viewer Rulio. How did Sky Blue look to you last season?
Yeah, they had a rough start of the season, not very consistent. All those losses, man, that was tragic. At the end, they found their way. I think Nadine helped a lot. And I don't know, this season they seem better, but it's still early to say. But I expect them to have a better season in 2015.
Krista, how did Sky Blue look to you last season?
I think they started off really rough. I feel like they had a really, really rough schedule. I think at the beginning of the season, which obviously didn't help them. And then they got Nadim. It seemed like things. I think they ended with a 5-game win streak. I think 4 or 5-game win streak. And they actually, what was it? They actually beat the Spirit for the playoff spot, and then with the Red Star class draw, it ended up knocking them out. So, they definitely kicked it up there the last half of the season, but really, really rough first half of the season.
Karen?
Yeah, I think Nadine scored, 7 goals in 6 games immediately when she came onto the team. I mean, that's nuts. And she had 3 assists. So bringing her in was a huge, huge deal for the team, I think. And getting to sign her for an entire season this season was huge as well. And I don't think we've seen the best that she has to offer yet, but we're still early in the season. I'm expecting her to come out huge.
Jen?
Yeah, it was frustrating to miss a playoff spot by a point, especially you go back to the home opener where O'Hara misses a PK, doesn't even put it on frame, that could have won the game. There's your points right there. But at least the one good takeaway was that the team still kept their composure even through rough patches. So hopefully that carries into this season.
Right. Emily?
I'm gonna have to agree with everyone since they got Nadia at the end of the season. I think that's where they found like the missing piece to what they needed. Like she just completed the team and she was able to get up there and score, and it was nice that they could get Nadia, sign her for this whole 2015 season. And I think Sky Blue is gonna do really good this season. They're gonna, I think, yeah, Nadia is just a huge piece and part of Sky Blue.
Yeah, it really seems like it coincided with her coming, as you guys said, the 7 goals, 3 assists last 6 games. Then they won the last 5 games. You almost wish if they could have won, like I said, just one more game earlier in the season, they would have had that playoff spot easily. But she really gave the team a nice little scoring boost. I guess we could talk more about Nadia and Nadim. She's had, I guess, a rocky start, you could say, this season, but I would say that's to be expected since everyone knows she's their focal point in the attack. We will start back with you, Emily. What do you think of Nadia and Nadim's influence last season and this season can be?
I just think she brings a huge leadership role, and now that Christy Rampone's off with the national team, she has a spirit where she never stops going up for the ball, attacking, just going in, and like for the game versus Seattle, she was just getting in there. She was playing rough, and I think that's what Sky Blue needs, like rough players to get there, help the midfield out, and just score goals. Nadia is just an amazing player in general.
Yeah, I think even back, there was some time ago, me and Jim would actually mention that. We said they just don't have any of that, like, just physical, gritty player right in the middle of the park. Because, like I was telling you guys earlier, they get bullied. They get bullied because they're slight players. They're not built for that type. They need a player that's built to do that job, the dirty work. But, Jen, what do you think of Nadia?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want Nadia to be the one that's getting in there, and she's just committing way too many fouls. Right now, she needs some support, and I think there's a few people that need to step up around her to take some pressure off. But yeah, she's teams have figured her out, but I think she's gonna figure out how to get around that. I'm still optimistic as to what she can contribute this year.
Karen, being a Seattle fan, do you think a player like Keelan Winters would be perfect to drop into that midfield for Sky Blue since they need a physical player? Like, how would you project her on a team like that? Like, think she could fill the role?
Well, sure. I think Keelan could fill that role for any team, but I also think that Sky Blue is a very, like you said, a slight team. You have like Friel, who's basically like a string bean. So I mean, I really think that they need people to step up, like Jen said. Besides just Nadim, it's like Kim Little. Everybody kind of figured her out, and everybody's starting to swarm her. I think the same thing is happening with Nadim, but
yeah, exactly.
I think, yeah, like if they get somebody in the midfield who can move the ball and who can really take the pressure off of Nadim, that would be great. I don't know who that would be, but that would be awesome for them.
And that's the thing that I feel the same way. It's like they really need that holding midfielder, a good little defensive holding midfielder, but it's like, where do you get one from? Because it looks like they want Killian to play that role, but she's a rookie and she's another slight player that probably would be better up moving farther up the pitch, so it's rough, but yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there, exactly. Krista, what have you thought of Nadia and Nadim's this year? What do you expect from her and just last season in general?
I mean, yeah, I think, last season, obviously, she had a great season. I kind of agree with what everybody else said. Just that she needs to be able to get more work done. Right now people are swarming her too much. She can't really do too much in, the opposing team's final third. So if they can get that worked out, then hopefully they would, they should be golden. So.
And
Aurelio, what have you thought of Nadia and Nadim so far and going forward?
Yeah, last season she gave the team a new hope, a new face to the team, and if they had more time, they could have fought for the playoffs. This season, like Karen said, they need someone in the midfield to take the pressure off her, so she can play more freely up front, where she can be more dangerous. And I think she would be the player to, how can I say, the player that all the team can trust to be that to change the game with one ball, and especially during the World Cup with all the national teamers, she can be very important for them.
Sounds good, my friend. Sounds good. Yeah, like I said, she really just needs some. It's really some. She needs help. The midfield needs help. It's a glaring weakness right now. But now we can look at some players who stood out last year are starting to stand out this year. First off, I guess we can start off who you know I'm going to say, Katie Friels, but I'll let you guys go first. Really, who are some players that stood out to you last season and are starting to stand out this season for Sky Blue?
Stood out.
Yep.
And I'll just say Nadine again. I think she was the player for them. There's not much to say.
Krista?
Yeah, I mean, Nadim, obviously, and then, I think if Hayes steps it up and they can get chemistry going with Friels, it should be a pretty good formula, for winning. So, and then obviously with Killian in there too. So I think between the four of them, hopefully. I don't know.
Yeah, this is really, as you were saying, this is a year for Friels really to shine. With Schmidt gone for the whole year, they've given her more freedom to kind of be the boss and run the midfield, so to speak. Only thing, like I say, we want her more forward attacking more because back in the midfield, she's just going to get pushed around. Like you said, string bean Karen. Who are some players that we should look for with Sky Blue to stand out this year?
Me?
Yep.
Okay. Besides Nadim, obviously. Kelly O'Hara is away on national team duty, obviously. She's going to be gone for the World Cup, but I really want her to start stepping up for the team. I think I don't know, whatever team she's on, it feels like they never really know where to put her in position because she can be everywhere. So I really want them to figure out a spot for her, and I just want to see her excel at that spot. She's really good at running up the flanks, though, so I want to see her do more of that. Besides her, I want to see Samantha Kerr as well. I think that she has a lot to offer, and also Ocampo.
Yep.
I think that she's going to be great, too.
Yeah, it's like all their best strikers are all away on duties right now. They help Nadia up front too. But where would you like Kelly? You would like Kelly on a flank somewhere? Was that the best position you think for her?
I honestly think that she's best at defense and like moving a flank defense player who can move up the sides. I think that is where she is best. She has some really solid crosses that I've seen her put in, and she can really put the ball into Nadine to put in the goal for sure. And she's capable of scoring goals on her own, obviously.
Yeah. Because for me it's real weird with O'Hara because it's like sometimes I would like to see her a little bit farther up the pitch, but as you said, I think for the national team it's great with her on that flank because they actually do have the tall players to cross in the boxes. But with Sky Blue, I'm so reluctant to have her up there crossing me just because I know Nadim seems like just gets swamped by bigger defenders. But like you said, because of that skill set, you wouldn't want her just on a flank somewhere. So I agree with you exactly with that. Right. Jennifer, who are some players who stood out to you last season and this season going forward?
Well, like we were saying, Friels, I think, showed flashes of what she's capable of. And I got to see her in some preseason games, and she was looking good. She just needs to step it up. Ford, I think they're missing her right now. Like we said, we need some beast mode players, and she's one of them. Hayes too. I think has the potential to break out, but they just need to start stepping up.
Emily?
Last season, besides Nadia, obviously, Maya Hayes, I see she can score. It's just she's like the rest of the team. They're not that aggressive. But if she, I'm not asking her to throw players down, but if she could get a little bit more aggressive, she could get there with Nadia and just score. They'll be good up there. And you got Sam Kerr, who she's kind of a violent player, and Ford. they'll bring that spark, and they'll definitely help Nadia up top, and Nadia will get that. She'll get that responsibility taken off, in which she doesn't have to be violent. She could just go up there and do her thing, you know.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because you said violent. Like, I've never heard anyone use that to describe a player like
I love Thor, but she is kind of violent. Like, she throws players down. Like, I don't know if you've seen, she just, she's throwing people down, and it's funny.
Oh, that's great. Just call a player this player is violent. It's not their aggressive. They are straight up violent. All right, that was a good one. I'm going to start using that in my daily life. All right, guys, what are some new players we should look forward to? You guys touched on two that I kept thinking of, the Australians. When they come back, they're gonna make a major impact to this team. I think, like you said, Sam Kerr and Caitlin Ford, major impact, and as you said too, like Karen Ocampo. Let's start with you again, Emily. Who are some players you think will have a major impact? New players this year that'll have a big impact.
Like I said, Sam Kerr definitely. She just brings a spark. When she played with WNY Flash, her and Carly, they just connected so well.
Yep.
And the fact that we have her now, and we have players like Nadia, and I know Kelly's going to be back by then, all the national team players are going to be back, and it's just going to, we're going to do so great at the end of the season again, unlike we should have done it at the beginning, But I have a feeling we might get in the playoffs.
Jen, what new players do you think we should look forward to this year?
Well, definitely Kerr. I'd like to see what she can do with Nadia. And our two top draft picks, Killian and Grubka. Killian, I think, still needs some confidence, but I think she has the talent to make an impact, and Grubka's going to have to hold down the back line with Rampone gone, and so I'm looking forward to them.
Karen?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Grubka for sure. What I've seen from her so far this year has been really impressive defensive work, and I think she's pretty solid, and I think that she has the potential to be even more solid back there when she's given the chance. Yeah, Grubka, I think, is my pick.
Krista?
I've heard good things about Killian and Grubka, preseason and the opener and all that, and then obviously, Kerr, and then once everyone gets back from the World Cup, Kerr it'll be cool to see her out there, and see how she meshes with everyone.
I just can't wait to see that defensive setup with Rampone and Caitlin Ford. That's going to be pretty cool to actually have those two back there for us. And then, like the rookie Grubka, maybe she can take a break, or maybe I don't know if she can really play one of the right back position or something like that. But it would be nice to have those two veterans back there to steady that defense. Let's go with Aurelio. What new players should we look out for this season?
I think Killian. She's a young talent. She has a lot of potential. She can grow a lot, and she got experience with the national team, so that can be very important for Sky Blue.
Yeah, with Killian also, I guess I was expecting her to be to play like what Sam Mewis is kind of doing right now. Sam Mewis has looked to me good this season, how she's played, and I was expecting Killian to be more like that, but some rookie, not all rookies are going to be the same, but I feel like when she develops her game more, it'll start to look more like what Mewis's game has looked like right now, where she's getting in the box, sometimes getting ahead of her, because she's kind of a taller girl, I believe she's tall. She looks the tallest one out of the midfielders, I guess, and she'll start helping control the play, and they'll run through her a lot more, and it'll free up Friels and a lot of the other players in their team. So that's what I'm hoping Killian's game forms to. Let's look at players who we expect to have a great season. Sounds like it's probably going to be a lot of the same names with Friels or something. We will start with you, Jen.
I'm really expecting Friels to step up. Taylor Lytle, too. She's just coming back from injury.
It was weird with Lytle. I remember the one game I think they had her playing as a left winger. Well, it looked like she was supposed to be playing. They said it was like a 4-3-3, and then I saw her back almost in defense. I complained about that a bit, because I was like, what is our true formation? But that's a story for another time. I'll rant about that later. But it was weird, because I don't know. Is she supposed to be a forward, I'm guessing, Emily? You know anything much about Lytle? Is she supposed to be up top? Or?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. And she was like back on defense. I was like, what are they
Yeah.
doing? Yeah, wasn't it weird? But what players are you expecting Emily to be impact or have a great season?
I'm just waiting on Sam Kerr. You know, she's my favorite Aussie, and I know she's capable of scoring those goals, getting up top, and I'm just waiting for her. You know, I know she's gonna do great.
We'll go with you, Karen, now. Players.
All right. Definitely expecting Friels and Nadim to be the two standout players, especially because they don't have national team duties that they're going to be flying off to. And then, like I said before, I think Grupka has the potential, even though she's a rookie. I think if they get her in there and they get her some experience, she could be pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's what's going to come down with Grupka. I think if she gets her solid experience, she should be good. So I think this period where she'll get to play all these extended minutes it's going to just do wonders for her and her confidence. Krista, what players should we expect to have a good season?
I think, Friels and Killian kind of running command in the middle. And then, it'll be, to see Lytle out there again. And then, it's just Nadim and, I don't know, pretty much everyone, I guess, that we've been talking about for the last 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, it's been the same old carousel, that same old song, people. Same old song. Aurelio, what players do you expect to have a good season?
Well, obviously Nadine, I expect her. And maybe, I don't know, Kelly O'Hara when she return, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a question. I would like to say they're probably going to play her in defense, but we'll see how they utilize Kelly O'Hara. Depending on the situation they'll be in, it looks like they're going to be around 6th place in the league. So hopefully you guys utilize her the right way because we're going to need to. Well, now it looks like we're about to get to expectations, guys. The outlook on 2015. We will start with the non-supporters first. Aurelio, what are your standings, where you see them in the standings, or expectations for 2015 season?
I think they can be a very tough opponent. As a Houston fan, I say that, and I think they will fight hard for the playoffs this season.
Do you see Sky Blue making the playoffs? Be honest, Houston Dash fan.
I don't know.
that told me enough right there. Well, that's a no. Krista, what are your expectations for us in 2015?
I think if we can stay, kind of compressed in defense and hold people off, maybe net a few goals while the World Cup is going on. I think we'll definitely be set up to have a really good last half of the season. And I think it'll be another strong push for a playoff spot.
Will they make the playoffs or not?
I'm going like 5th maybe with like a really strong push. So maybe I don't want to say for sure not, but either 4th or 5th.
Karen, moving on.
I think if Sky Blue can figure out how to score more goals, they can do a lot better. And they need to find that chemistry between the midfield and their forwards like Hayes and Deem. And if they can start putting more goals in, they could get, I think, maybe 5th. There are just a lot of really surprisingly good teams this year. Everybody's just way better this year somehow. So I think that they could probably get about 5th. Yeah.
Okay. Jen?
Yeah, I think until the World Cup's over, they have to just work on keeping their head above water. And like everyone's saying, they got to start scoring more than a goal a game. But I'm still optimistic, and I think we'll squeak into the playoffs.
Emily?
Yeah, what Jen said, they just have to do that, and if the national team players come back, they can definitely make it like 3rd or 4th around there. I know they can make it to the playoffs, and they can probably take the whole thing home.
So you're saying Sky Blue can win it all? Wait a moment.
They can.
I didn't want to say this.
Can. They're doing really well. Like they're doing like any other team that just starts off, nice and not winning every single game. So like, right in the last of the season, bam, playoffs.
And then who will they play in the final? Will they play one of your favorites?
If they do, I'm kind of torn, but I think they might play Portland because Portland's actually doing good. I hate to admit it, but Portland's doing good. I really don't like the Thorns, but they're playing good. They find their rhythm.
All right. I'll let you slide with that one since I want to talk for a little bit. Okay, as everyone was saying, it's really a matter of a few things. First, they got to find the back of the net. That always helps when you're playing soccer. Second, they got to get some connection between that midfield and the strikers because the lobbing the ball forward to Nadim and letting her try to take on a back line of 4 or 3 or whatever a team is playing hasn't worked. Also, we don't need Nadim to be coming back having to be the aggressive one getting the yellow cards and stuff. So once we get those small little issues, they're just small issues, guys. Once we get those issues figured out, then this team can start looking towards that 4th spot. But no higher than that 4th spot, be honest. Other than that, to me right now, they look exactly where they're at. They look about a 6th place team. They can score 1 goal, and then they pray that they can hold off another team because the Houston game they got battered, the Chicago game they got battered. The defense is held up to a certain extent, but there's going to be games where you're like, well, we saw teams last year like Portland that even got beat 4-0, 5-0 by teams you wouldn't expect it. So at best, this team is probably 4th. And once you get into the big show, anything can happen. But right now, they look about a 5th or 6th place team, to be honest with you. So I guess that's where I see them probably land. I'll go with 5th just to be nice, because I don't want to feel bad about myself. Like that's being nice. Like I don't want to throw them in the playoffs because like I know the other teams are better. But
No. If you're gonna be a Jersey fan, self-loathing comes with the package.
Wow. Well, this has been a depressing episode of Off the Post.
Hope for the best, but expect the worst.
I'm a true fan now, guys. I'm really a supporter.
But I think that's for every team. Like, I'm guessing.
It's like I just want to go out there and actually like chant attack, and they actually attack rather than defend.
That's
Don't
what we
move
do.
on.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're gonna do our little question check, but while we're doing this, Aurelio, you want to check the Twitter and stuff real quick, and then we'll let these people do their rants.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be this hard to be a fan. Oh.
It's the hardest job out there.
The fans chose this team for me, so I appreciate it. Like I said, I made sure to get that fan. I bought them a shirt and sent it to them, and I got myself a shirt so I could be like ready for this season. But I'm trapped now. It looks like there's no turning back.
Stuck with this.
Stuck with Sky Blue. Should have went to Seattle, right, Karen? Should have went to Seattle.
No, it's easy to go to Seattle. It's easy to go to Portland.
What's that
It's tough to
supposed
come
to
to Sky
mean?
Blue.
Aurelio told me I should have went to Houston. He said I should have been a
Houston's
Jazz fan.
great.
Really? So can I change real quick?
Supporter of the league. That's the excuse you use.
No, I'm gonna be like Emily. I'm gonna support about 3 or 4
Exactly.
clubs.
You
That's
support
how we do it.
everything.
I support Chicago. I support Houston. I'm a Morgan Bryan, Kristen Press, Megan Rapinoe fan. That's what I am. You see anything over there, Rulio, before we let these people rant?
Obviously, nothing on Facebook and nothing on Twitter.
Good. That makes it easier for me because that means that you guys can rant. They always hit us up with the questions on like Saturdays. Like during the week, people are usually like,
That
mad or sleeping, one of the two, angry at us. Yeah, I shouldn't have turned it to an off the post during the week episode. All right, let's start with you, Rulio. What are you pissed off about today? Did something happen to you? Did your shoes tear up or something? I mean, what are you mad about?
I'm mad about football game last night when Corinthians lost out of the Libertadores. I think that's that.
So just the local Corinthians lost or whatever, so that kind of threw you off? Yeah.
The South America Champions League.
Oh, South American Champion League. Jeez, that would make me angry. Krista, what's been ticking you off lately?
I'm chill. I just want cake. I've been craving cake. So I'm mad I don't have cake, but that's about it.
Oh, Karen.
Let's see. I'm sick and it's raining outside and I can't go outside and play in it because I'm sick. That's what I'm mad about.
Alright.
I'm running in the rain, but I can't because I'll
Raining. Wait, in Seattle?
No, I'm from SoCal.
Oh, okay.
So it's raining and she can't go run.
Out here, so rain makes us real excited.
Sure.
We all dance in it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gian, what's been ticking you off lately?
Alright, I'm gonna go on a rant from the game.
Alright, well, here we go.
The last game. And Emily can attest to this because she was apparently there when it happened. So,
Yeah.
the team gets these signs, these sky blue signs made, and has a couple of our people go into the stands and try to get the kids chanting and stuff. And they're doing a good job, the kids are getting into it. And then one of these fucking soccer moms tells us to put the signs down because the kids are paying attention to the signs and not the game. Meanwhile, they're doing a great job making noise, And if they weren't chanting, they'd be watching the fucking game, Have you seen these kids at these games? No. They're playing around in the stands, whatever. So, yeah.
So you don't like soccer moms, you're saying, right?
This league needs to get away from marketing to the kids, and 10-year-old girls aren't buying season tickets.
Well,
adults watch soccer. Adults can appreciate women's soccer. Yeah, it's time to get away from the group.
Let me just say, guys, that Off the Post love the kids, so we have nothing against you little kids.
Well, Cloud Nine is for the children, but
anything else?
The moms that piss me off.
So you don't like the soccer moms, really?
No.
The little 10-year-olds are fine.
Yeah. If your kids are cheering for the team, why stop them?
But you
so
don't
they
like
can watch a game that they don't understand yet? I mean, they're just having fun.
And, well.
That's my rant, sorry.
That's my rant, sorry.
I'm still pissed off about it.
Emily, do you want to add to that?
No, Jen's right. Me and the supporters Celeste, we went up with sky blue signs, right? And we're there, and the crowd is loud. They're helping the team, and yeah, we get back to the supporter section, and one of the soccer moms is in the beer garden, and Celeste goes in, and she just tells her, and Celeste just comes like, she's like, look at this bitch. She just told us that we're interrupting her kids. Like, why did she bring them? I was like, I don't know. I have no clue. But yeah, that really that got me pissed. But I was like, whatever. Soccer moms are gonna be soccer moms. But what I'm most pissed off about is probably the Fish's red card. I was like, why she got it? I still don't understand why she got it.
So you're saying she didn't deserve it?
No, I'm saying she doesn't deserve it. She probably said something to the ref. She was like,
well, no, I mean, she got called for a handball, right?
No, I was looking, actually before this, I was looking closely at it, and it didn't look like a handball at all.
No, it doesn't matter. That's what got called. That's what gets called. You get a red for that.
I was talking to Laura and everything, and we all agreed it wasn't a handball. I don't think it was a handball. I was kind of really mad about that. I was like, it wasn't a handball.
Karen, what did you think it was? Handball or not?
No, I didn't think it was a handball. It looked like she just did the whole shot her body in front of the goal, and it just in her face. And everybody on the team has been tweeting, "Wow, Fishlock diving in front of a ball with her face." Stuff like that. So I think it was, but I mean, it's part of soccer. Refs don't see everything all the time. They make calls, and then
it all evens out. We're gonna get screwed on one of those calls too. So
yeah, I mean,
when it happens to your team, you're pissed. Against your team, you're pissed. When you get the call for your team, you take it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. True.
And Nadim took an amazing PK.
That PK was great. I'm not gonna lie. That PK it was like a bullet right there.
It was like poof.
It was a bullet. There was no way Cup's a great goalkeeper, but she could have not stopped that.
Nobody could have stopped that. That was an insane. So
But that's what I'm mad about, you know?
Okay. Krista, did you think it was a red? Do you think it was a red card or not?
I don't know. All I saw was the highlights, so I don't want to speculate. But well, I don't know. Yeah, from what I saw, no, not really. But it was really crappy camera angle from really far away. So, who knows?
That's what I was like. Rulio, how about you? Red card or not?
Yeah, I don't think that was a handball at all. It was just a bad call by Shield referee.
All right. Well, there you go. There's
Jen's
all.
like, don't look at me.
Oh, I know.
Jen's just sitting there like,
she has no shame. She's like, I'll take it.
You take it, yeah. Unless my player, unless one of my players on my team takes a dive and gets a call, I apologize for nothing. If we get away with one, we get away with one.
true.
It's-
No, yeah, you're
There's
right.
officiating karma, and it all comes back around. And you're gonna get screwed. So when it happens, when you get the calls, fucking take it.
Yep.
True.
All right. Well, I guess I got to rant about something, right, guys?
Yeah.
It's my time to shine. So I guess let's see. They already stole the soccer moms one. That's the main one I was gonna do. You knew it. I mean, I've been slashing their tires left and right lately, taking out vans and everything. But I don't know. It's just some seasonal allergies, really, man. It's been really wearing me out. As you guys know, I've done 3 shows in 4 days, so I've been doing that. But I've been worn out a bit. So I want these to get rid of these seasonal allergies. So, all right, guys. I guess that's it. It's a good episode.
It is audio cut out.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Not
I think
just
your audio cut off. We really can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
No.
All right. Let me.
Okay, now we
There
can.
we go.
Oh, I was about to do sign language in the episode. Okay. I was just gonna be like, it's over, and everyone just go bye bye.
Hey, DJ,
Yo, what's up, Rulo?
Did
You
you-
got some?
did you send Emily or Jen the songs you made for Sky Blue?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not. Oh, you want me to sing sing some of the Kelly O'Hara chants and stuff?
Go right
like that?
ahead.
Yeah, you need to sing live now, DJ.
Oh, come on. You know, you
You gotta
guys don't
sing.
want
It's
that.
your team. It's your team. You gotta sing.
Do I gotta sing, really, guys?
Yep.
Is that how we're going out in this episode?
That's how we're going out.
We're about to lose all the fans right now.
Yeah.
Which chant did you like? Which chant did you like? Did you like the one that I kind of what are you doing?
What was that one?
Do you remember it? Was it the one that I stole the Yanazai one? Like,
Yeah, that one was good.
oh, jeez, let me remember. Okay. Okay. No, I gotta remember in my head because I wasn't on spot like this or whatever.
You always gotta be ready.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it real quick. Dang, I forgot what I put. Oh, O'Hara. She comes from Stanford. Oh, shoot, I forgot the lyrics. Oh, I'll sing it next week for you guys. O'Hara. She comes from Stanford. Oh, I forgot the lyrics, guys. I'm sorry. I'll remember next week. But other than that, guys, this is the last episode of Off the Post. I killed it with the singing. Be sure to tune in next Monday, actually, because at 6:30 we'll do the Flash episode and U.S. Women's National Team review and NWSL review. So it's going to be a big episode. And then next week, after that, I believe it's the 24th, we'll have the Houston Dash Spotlight, and we might have something nice for you. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe. If you didn't, then you should be turning this off and never watching again. Other than that, this is the panelist. We all had a good time. You guys have a great night, and we are off. I gotta remember that song. Jeez.